Alrighty, Dion. I have what might be a controversial opinion. I believe full-time employees should start a YouTube channel today. I'm springing this topic on you. I'm sure you have a bunch of questions, which I'll allow you to ask, but I really do believe, and I'll share with you why, full-time employees should start building a YouTube channel today.
I think that there are people that have the technological knowledge to watch or listen to YouTube who believe they don't have the ability to create a YouTube channel and content, but they're holding everything they need in their hands. In 2010, 2011, phones weren't that great. Microphones weren't that great. Cameras weren't that great. You needed some stuff. Before we started, I think you started yours in 2018. I started mine in 2021. The tech now is download an app, record a video, and put it up. The different benefits to it are unbelievable. And it's not even that you make money from it. It's if you have something that's your thing. There's a police officer that I used to work with who won a national duck calling contest, the sound of calling ducks. Can make a YouTube channel, and if he wins the national award, that's the awareness. How many people can win that award? One. It's national. How many people can make a channel about duck calling and become the authority in the hunter's realm in their space of that, whatever it is? And it could be cars, it could be handyman stuff. Like I'm working with Frank and Cynthia. Frank is I'm gonna get his YouTube going with his handyman stuff and his contractor rehab. He'll become the person, and Millennial Mike mentions this a lot. When you make a bunch of videos about Gary, Indiana, and investing in Gary, Indiana, and rentals in Gary, Indiana, and somebody goes to look up anything about Indiana and rentals, his name pops up. Yeah. And that's just rentals. It can be the business you're working. It could be that field that you work in. People think your LinkedIn account will get you a job. Be the person with a YouTube channel, like the helpful trucker. Yeah. His channel is huge, doing really well. Imagine how many trucking companies would like to have an employee like that because of his YouTube channel. Yeah. So I'm with you on people should do it because you really can't fail, right? You're going to get negative reviews from your friends and family. That's at least that's the world I live in. But the strangers, the random people are going to be supportive. And I don't think people can even predict the positive outcome that would come from it. And it's easier than social media. It's easier than Facebook. It's easier than Instagram because it's evergreen. You make a video and 4 years later, people are watching it. People are commenting on 2021 videos still, and probably 2018 videos for you.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't happen on the other platforms.
No, I couldn't agree more. And one of the reasons I believe full-time employees should do it is, and it was a mistake I made, is you're working your job, you're going to be doing it for 10, 15, 20, 25 years. You can build this YouTube channel around something you love and enjoy and just build it with no pressure. Right? You can become known. The people you will meet around your area of expertise, again, outside of money, is wild. And I really do believe if it's your real passion, building a YouTube channel should be fun. I've said this a lot. I'll say it again here. I did the first 1,000 videos on my phone. No editing. I think people overcomplicate YouTube. I really do. I think what we're going to have, because why I want people to start today is I'm playing chess. I'm looking out 5, 10 years. And if you're doing this for 5 to 10 years, you'll have plenty of opportunities to become the person or the top. You're going to be in the top 5 channels for duck calling, as an example. If you're going to start when you're retired, that's not going to be there. The landscape will change. And I do believe we are already seeing a noticeable trend in people cutting cords and stop watching news, which is awesome. People are trusting individuals who care, are motivated. And again, if you're doing it while you're employed, there's no pressure. You don't care. You're just trying to serve. Because I do believe the first thing you need to do when you're starting a channel is answer one and only one question. Are you doing it for money or are you doing it for impact? Because that question leads you to entirely different behavior. And I want people to build YouTube channels for impact. Because if you're going to do it for money, I'm not your guy. I mean, the strategy is simple, right? Negative headlines, everything's crashing, everything's doom, create content and pretty pictures that feeds the natural human behavior of, fear, and you'll grow fast. But it's a horrible life. You do not want to be that person who produces fear content every day for a year, because you're going to be a miserable human being. And more importantly, the people that follow you are going to be miserable human beings. Can you imagine being in that cesspool of negativity? Oh my God, it has to be horrible. Everything is negative, everything is bad, just horrible. But if you do it for impact, yeah, you'll get some negative idiots, block them. It's easy, but you'll get so many positive comments. It's wild.
So I think I want to say this in the most respectful way. I think our channels are the wrong channels for this video, because people watching this that watch a lot of this content will make the mistake of thinking, I'm going to make a finance YouTube channel. I'm going to make a real estate investing YouTube. This is the hardest, most competitive. We've got this opposing Crash Bros, negative
Doomers,
right? That get hundreds of thousands of views, right? And we get, 1,000 or 5,000 views on a video, versus go on YouTube and look up Gotham Chess.
Yeah.
This is just a guy with a great personality who talks about playing chess and is very educated on chess and talks, but can somehow play a game and talk at the same time, something I can't do.
No, I couldn't do that either.
Millions of views per video.
Wow.
Doesn't have an opposing chess sucks, it's the end of the world, anti-capitalist thing. Look up the game Skyrim. It's an online game. It's not even an online game. It's a single player game. It came out in 2011. People make videos. Should you play Skyrim in 2024? 700,000 views in 3 days. Right there, the idea of making a YouTube channel doesn't have to be based on the content you consume. This is the content you're most familiar watching, but what's in your life that you can put online? We're in a very different world, and there are people that are sitting back going, AI can take away the dispatch job at a trucking company. It's going to be really hard to take away the driving job for another 20 years. But 20 years from now,
it's coming.
And 10 years ago, people said AI could never touch coding. And it can't do it very well yet, but people are trying to figure out, people are working with AI to figure out how to replace the people working with AI.
Yep.
Versus the future of how much influence, how many eyes can you capture, can be a source of income. And it doesn't have to be on finances. But I think that's the mistake that I made with this. Is like, I thought I watch a lot of financial content. I think a relatable average guy can make work optional story. But we just have such a big opposing force of negativity that sells so much easier than what we do.
Yeah.
Versus all the other things people that can make YouTube content with that just don't have that.
That's why I think starting the channel while you're employed is the right thing to do, right? The duck collar, the video game, the, classic cars, the Harleys, making jam. I don't care what it is, but there's an audience, there's an avatar, there's a community that you can build. And more importantly, what I want W-2 employees to realize is you will do something after retirement. Don't just quit and think you're going to, do something, because the reality is, if you live that life, the numbers say you're going to die early, right? How many people over the years have worked full time and then they lived 3 or 4 years and then they were gone? But if you have a purpose, you have a mission, you're going to have some reason to wake up, to keep going. And that's so impactful that I think if you build it now, you'll probably you're just going to live longer. I want you to live longer. So create a YouTube channel today. That's the thing.
So if you want to be involved in something, and there's an example to me because I'm weird.
Hmm.
In the 1980s, the game Dungeons and Dragons came out. Get your friends
Sure.
together, play a role-playing game, right? Wasn't into sports ball. It sucked to have to be around people to have fun.
Yeah.
Then online games came out, World of Warcraft, EverQuest, those kind of things. So you could do the same thing, but you don't have to have people at your house. And you don't have to go to somebody else's house. That fixed all of my introvert problems. YouTube can be the same way.
Yeah.
I really, really like financial freedom and the power of the video we made earlier on not having any fear of being broke because of owning cash flowing assets and want to share that with people, right? So, but I don't want to go and spend 4 or 5 hours a day around groups of people to help them do that. What I want to do is January 20th, I want to go to the Robin Hood Resort. That's this Saturday, present with Millennial Mike and help people get on this path. So a day of being around people. And then February 17th and 18th, Vegas, for the one rental at a time event. Yes, I'm going to do some midnight Denny's things and get around people. I'm totally fine with that for those brief windows of time. But because of YouTube, without having to be around people, I get to interact with people in the realm of what I like daily, daily, without having to be an extrovert.
Folks, at the end of the day, trust me when I say this, you're going to want to do something once you're retired. And if you can tie that with something you love and enjoy, that's not your job, and you build it slowly, it's amazing. The impact that you will have. It may be a year, maybe 18 months until you really feel that impact, but trust me, it just builds. It's just a slow process. And if you're doing it while you're employed, it shouldn't care. It should be fun. Um, I just think it's the right thing to do. Dion, where can people find you?
Right here on YouTube, enjoying making content. Dion Talk Financial Freedom.
Thank you, buddy.
Ciao.